I am adamant that nothing in this video, am I recording the sound? Yes, is gonna go wrong. I'm adamant. Feel like something, like, am I recording? Is the sound recording? I feel like it's just too good to be true that stuff's happening. Do I look like a child with these clips on? And I'm here giving social media advice. Do I want to look like a 10-year-old? But actually, that's probably the best people to get social media advice is from children. I had a plan this morning that I was going to introduce this video on my walk because I know we are sick of these walls. I know we are sick of seeing me in my house. But just think, if you're sick of seeing me in my house, imagine how sick I am of being in my house. But obviously the weather had different plans, even though the sun is shining now, which is good because we are gonna leave the house at some point. Nothing's gonna go wrong in this video. I'm sick of things going wrong in my life, just like crumbling in these videos. It seems like things just happen to go wrong when I'm filming. But I'm adamant, but I am gonna go skateboarding this afternoon for my lunch. So, you know, things could go terribly wrong there. I wasn't even in focus, any of that, was I? I knew something had to... There's a lot to think about when filming a video, and that is why we have our tips and tricks with Joey and Dan, so you should definitely check that out. But just like there's a lot to think about with videos, there's a lot to think about social media. That is why I'm here with my third installment of our Beginner's Guides series, and today we are chatting about LinkedIn. With over 250 million active users, LinkedIn is not a platform to ignore. Here you'll find a ton of professionals and minimal trolls, which is, you know, what we all want out of life, minimal trolls. It's the perfect place to build your business-to-business buzz with an audience that's hungry for education, content, and engagement. LinkedIn for Business allows you to build your credibility up, create a meaningful network, and also holds the opportunity for collaboration with sometimes a lot of big business insiders and people who are experts in their field. So there's three main different pages you could have on a LinkedIn. The first is your profile, and unlike the Facebook one, this one can also be really important too. LinkedIn is definitely more of a professional landscape, and we will get into the types of content you want to be creating, but it has that tone of voice where it's more professional. It's a works Facebook. It's work for Facebook. It's Facebook for work. Your personal one is selling yourself professionally. So it's less about what you're eating for breakfast and more about an achievement you've had at work. Your personal page is really important for if you're looking for a new role, because you can apply for a lot of jobs through LinkedIn and they will always check out your profile. Or a lot of people attach their LinkedIn to their CVs nowadays, or their resumes, or whatever you want to call them. Then you have a LinkedIn group. Groups are a place for individual LinkedIn members to come together and discuss common topics or discuss areas of common interest, and people have to be part of this group in order to join the discussion. You can edit the privacy settings. Some are searchable, some are not, some you have to request to join, some you don't. However, a lot of the groups I found on LinkedIn are about subjects, less about businesses. So there were topics about marketing, there was finance, there was a Harvard Business Review discussion group, more discussion pages about different kind of subjects. Obviously businesses can make groups, but we don't personally have one or use it in that way. But it's a good idea to join them as your personal profile, and that's why your personal profile is so different from Facebook, because a lot of the time you'll be fronting in that in discussions. So it's a good idea to, if you are in the marketing area, to join the marketing one. I think it had like millions of followers into it. So to join that and join the discussion and build up your engagement and build up your visibility throughout LinkedIn. The avenue you'd want to go down as a business would be a LinkedIn business page, which is what we have. Similar to a Facebook page, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, do check out the last video, which I will leave in the description box down below. Similar to a Facebook page, it's a great place to have all your information in one place. Just like a Facebook page, you can have all your important information, but you can also share content. Unlike Facebook, however, you can also share Word documents, PowerPoints, PDFs. This is a great way for you to delve into the education route of content, like us. For example, if I created a social media guide, like a little mini guide, I could use that as a bit of content and share that onto LinkedIn to help engage our viewers. That's a little free bit of content for people, which is a great way to entice new customers, but also strong, meaningful relationships with your consumers. Applying for jobs is very, very easy on LinkedIn, and a lot of people are spending time on there anyway, and if they're searching for jobs, it's a lot easier than the old school route. But also, if you are looking for new talent for your business, it's a great place to post those jobs. That's what we do. That's how I got my job. I applied through LinkedIn. Through doing so, I then checked out the LinkedIn profile and doing my research of the business, going through LinkedIn and finding the content they have, and to get an idea of what kind of company they are, what kind of culture they have, what kind of people work for them, what kind of things they share. On that is what I then built up the image of what Viddyoze was in my head. So it's really important when you're looking to hire some of the best people. If you want to get the best, make sure LinkedIn's looking good. So how you actually create a LinkedIn page for business. On your homepage, you should see a work icon on the top right. If you just click on that and scroll down, you'll see create a company page. You choose the appropriate category for your business, fill in the company details, and a preview page displays how it looks as you add the content. You choose a good URL for your brand. If you can make it the same as your handle of other social media sites, that's a bonus. Upload your company logo and add a little tagline. This step is actually optional, but I would advise not to skip it. Research has shown that companies with logos get 6 times more visits than those without. I mean, if you saw a page and it didn't have like a logo or a picture on it, you would be a little bit confused and you'd be like, this isn't real. It's like when people add me as a connection on LinkedIn and they don't have a profile picture, I don't accept because I don't trust you. Who are you? And voila, create your page. You always need a piss when I'm filming, don't you? The more time you spend looking into it and putting time into it, the more professional it will look, because visuals really matter when people are checking out your page. And if things are blank and things are missing and questions go unanswered, a lot of people can just switch off. I mean, we have goldfish attention spans now, apparently. Less than goldfish. Make sure you also are sharing your page, let everyone know, and this is why, again, a personal profile is really important, because you can share it on your personal profile, and if you've built up all these connections, which is what they call people that add each other onto LinkedIn, then you can share that with them, and they're more likely to then go and like it, follow your page, and view your content. Hello. Oh, I'm having coffee. Those are no tea bags. Oh, thank you. Oh, and a protein cookie. Wow, thanks. I'm gonna have my coffee and this. How pretty are these? Now we delve into the type of content for LinkedIn. First, and probably the most important, is it's really important to know your audience and to understand your audience and to have looked at who are using your products, who's using your service, who's buying your candles. Why do I always use candles? Who is your customer? Or if you're new, who do you want your customer to be? Who do you envision your customer to be? What do you envision a girl will be like that will buy, or boy, that will buy this jumper? It's important to understand the demographic that are on the apps that you're sharing the content for. So even though LinkedIn is a really popular app with people over the age of 30, younger millennials tend to stay away from it. So keep those in mind when you are thinking of what type of content to post. It's no shock that I'm going to be saying to post videos, like we just know I'm going to be saying that, but video is just key when it comes to conversion. So many reports and studies show the massive difference between copy to then images to then video content and the link between conversion and videos. More information can be relayed in a shorter amount of time, so it increases your chances of growing and your speed of growing. And as ever, if you're looking to up your video game and you want to add some animations in, animations are a great way to make your videos more professional, more engaging, more interesting to watch, then check out Viddyoze. We are an animation platform where you can create custom animations for your videos. We have over 1,500 different templates to use from in loads of different formats. We have portrait, we have landscape, we have square, and it just cuts the time that you need to put into video making in, I wouldn't say more than half, because it takes just a few clicks to do it. So do check us out if you do want to. I'll go into the different type of content for each page. So essentially your personal page, you want to be posting stuff that sells yourself. So it could be things that you're working on. So on my personal page, I might share a new video I've made, but try and refrain from just linking out to your website. Try and create an image. Say you're a poet and you want to share some of your work. You could share an image with a line from your poetry and say, read the full poem here. Or one step better, you could create a little animation where the text is animated, and then it's even more engaging and it's more likely to increase your conversion because people are on it longer, so the engagement goes up. So you could have a little animation of the text and say, click here to check out the full poem. But what happened to my voice then? Poem! That was weird. On your business page, again, video is king. I'm just gonna say it. Images are great too, like I said, images with stats or figures or, you know, just key points of information so that people don't have to read long bits of text, because let's be honest, people are a bit lazy now, they don't want to read long things. They want to just get a snapshot of what you're saying, and a great way to stop them in their tracks scrolling is to have an image with 50% of people. No, that's not a great statistic. 70%, no, that's not good again. 98% of customers love our product, you know, and then they're getting an idea of what it is and they're like, I'll maybe read more and find out more about what this is. But again, you can do the same with videos in a more dynamic way. LinkedIn members actually spend 3 times more time watching video ads than they do static image ads, and they're 5 times more likely to lead to conversion. Other great types of videos to put on your page are case studies or testimonials, because again, these are professional people who might want to inquire about your services, who might want to collaborate. Getting a testimonial is a great way for people to see from a trusted third party that, you know, isn't yourself saying how great you are. But all in all, the most important thing you can do with content is test, and then test again. None of these things are set in stone, and the algorithm is forever changing, consumers are forever changing, trends are forever changing. So the best thing you can do is test different types of content. Don't just post content and forget about it. Always be on there and checking what is doing well and what isn't. Now, for the fun part of the day, I was gonna say the evening. So me getting a skateboard is not solely because I'm having a quarter-life crisis, though that is playing a factor in it. I want to get good at it and I want to be able to, like, you know, like skate places, you know? So it's just like a hobby to take up during lockdown. I mean, what else have I got to do? We found out that there's a skate park next to us.
Me voy a matar, me último, me voy a matar,
I kept saying nothing was gonna go wrong, and things were going so well, and nothing was going wrong, and then my husband was filming for me at the park. He was holding the camera, and he never pressed record. Future Maya is gonna have to fill you in on hack 1 and 2. So the first hack is watch your feed and learn. Look at the type of content that's coming up to the top of your home feed. The algorithm favors certain types of content, and what is there at the top of your home feed is a great indicator of what kind of content is working well and what kind of content the algorithm is favoring at that time. The algorithm definitely favors certain types of content, but it's changing all the time. So watching your feed is the best indicator of what those changing trends are. Hack number 2 is to post a variety of content. Instead of constantly posting links out to your website or to your blog, try and create specific content for LinkedIn so people have a reason to be there on your actual profile, and keep it fresh and keep it mixed up. We post template of the week, we post teasers to our YouTube, we have a variety of different content, and that way you can see what's working well, but also it's great to change things up and not just have the same stuff on your page all the time. So luckily, the last tip was filmed in the car myself, so we'll head back to the past. Bit windswept, hands are freezing, but you know, you got to see somewhere other than my house. My third, don't want to call it a hack, but it's a thing I would suggest to do, and it is to stand for something. On LinkedIn, people want to hear that a brand or a business has an opinion or a stance on a specific matter. It's important to let your community know what you stand for. Not only does this help build your community around this stance, it also helps when recruiting team members. It helps attract members who are going to fit into your company's culture. So you don't have to go overboard and start sharing really angry messages about the patriarchy, but it is important to share your views. In the wake of the horrific murder of George Floyd, a lot of brands were pressured to share how they felt about the situation and share their pledge to help end systemic racism, to become more racially diverse in their website, in the products, in whatever it may be. More than ever, consumers are changing the way businesses communicate, the way businesses act, and putting pressure on them to be more woke. Your stance on a specific thing, and whether you talk about it or not, can be the difference between getting a customer or losing one. Even if you don't have the means or the way to express how you feel about a certain situation, you could share content that talks about the subject, you could just do a post in solidarity, and you just have to show that you're working or you care about a certain thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up because it lets us know you're enjoying it, and leave us a comment of any kind of content you do want to see. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!